6th of November, Rabbi, more Parsha Hashavua with Rashi, Lecha.
Beautiful.
In the air,
Hey, good afternoon.
afternoon.
Ooh,
Okay. I don't know what happened there.
Hello, Rabbi.
Yeah, I was trying to get in. I mean, I was waiting for you to come in, and then I got a message that I couldn't disconnect. I couldn't connect. Anyway, so I have to come in again. Okay, let's go. Okay. Um, had we done the Rashi on Pasuk Ches?
I don't think so.
Okay, we're up to Pasuk Tes. I think it's Meir's your turn.
okay, Tet. Let's see, it's Yud Bet Tet. Okay, Yud Bet Tet. It says, Vaisa Avram Haloch V'Nasoa Anegba. Okay, so Avram traveled.
Call me in half an hour, okay?
Oh,
Maybe.
Avram traveled and he went further south or towards the south, I guess. Okay, so
Yeah.
Haloch.
V'Nasoa. Now, this term Haloch V'Nasoa means continually traveling south.
Oh,
Holoich doesn't mean
continually.
going and traveling. That doesn't make sense, right? The term holoich, you had it in Parshas Noach as well. It's, you have it over here in chapter Parshas Noach, Perek Ches, Pasuk Gimel.
Okay, let's see. Chet Gimel. Chet Gimel. Let's see.
Vayoshuvo hamayim al haaretz.
Okay. Beshua Mayim Me'al Haaretz. Oh, Haloch
Vasho.
Vasho. vayachsru.
Hamayim Yitzei
Oh,
50 U'Masiyim. Okay?
okay.
So then what is the word Vayoshuvu Hamayim Me'al Ha'aretz Holok V'Shoiv?
Okay, so let's see. No, halok here is, oh yeah, just what you said, continually. They continually receded.
Haloich V'Shoiv. Vayoshuv Hamayim Me'al Ha'aretz. The waters subsided and receded from upon the earth, steadily, Haloich V'Shoiv, steadily receding. Vayachsaru Hamayim Yitzei 50 Yom. And the waters decreased at the end of 150 days. So Rashi points out there that they began, meaning, so that's how in fact I had translated it, started with the phrase of translating. After 150 days, the waters steadily receded from upon the earth, and the waters decreased.
Yeah.
Okay? But that's an example. Holo Voshoiv. You also find it later in Parsha's Toldos. So that's slightly different. Vayoshuvu, Vayoshev, Vayachbar. Okay, but here the term is any ongoing action. When the Torah wants to describe an ongoing action, uses the term holoich the whatever it is. So in this our case was holoich b'nosoya. He was continually traveling towards the south.
Okay. So let's see what
Rashi goes on to Rashi explains.
Okay, so he says halok v'nasoa liprakim at
Intervals.
intervals. That's the same. It's this. Okay. Yoshev Khan, he lived there. Chodesh
Lived
a
in
month
one
or so.
place for a month or so, and then
Okay.
he traveled on from there and moved on and set up his tent in a different place.
Okay. Right? He set it up in a different place. V'chol masa'av hanegba.
And all his travelings were towards the south.
Towards the south, okay. Well, Lechet lidroma shel Eretz Yisrael. So towards the south of land of Israel. V'hi litzad Yerushalayim, towards the way of Jerusalem. Shehi bechelko shel Yehuda, which is part of Judah. Shenatlu bidroma shel Eretz Yisrael. Natlu, they took, I guess, their land in
They
south
took their
of
inheritance. They took their portion.
Oh, portion, okay. In the south of the land of Israel. Har HaMoriah, Mount Moriah, Shehi Nachalato, which is his inheritance.
Right.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, let's continue Pasuk Yud.
Vayihi Av be'eretz Vayered Abram Mitzrayma Lagur Sham Pi Kaved Haraav Baaretz. There was a famine in the land, and Abraham descended to Egypt to sojourn there because the famine was severe in the land.
Right.
So Rashi says, Ra'av ba'aretz, ba'osa ha'aretz v'vada. In that land alone, l'na so as a test. Im har yahar hair achar devarav shel hakadosh baruch hu. If he would question the words of Hashem, Shamar lo, who said to him, Leches el Eretz Canaan, go to the land of Canaan. V'achshav masi o, and now he advises him, Letzeis mimena, to leave it.
So it's interesting. You say advises him. He doesn't say anywhere that Hashem told him to go. In fact, the Ramban says that Avraham Avinu acted incorrectly to go to Mitzrayim. He should have stuck it out in the land of Canaan. That's the Ramban's opinion. Rashi disagrees with that. He forces him. Lord says Mimenu to leave. Okay. By the way, just to give us to emphasize or reinforce Rashi's comment, the Midrash says there had never been before a famine anywhere else, anywhere in the world.
Wow.
This was a totally new phenomenon. Imagine, so he's now coming to the promised land flowing with milk and honey. And what happens? Something that's never happened anywhere else before. There's a famine. So you can imagine Avraham Avinu is thinking to himself, well, what kind of land is this? Hashem's promised me. But that reinforces the fact that Avraham Avinu was being tested here. Okay. Let's continue. Pasuk Yud Aleph.
Okay, let's see. Vayihika asher hikriv lavo mitzrayma, vayomer el Sarai ishto, hinena yadati ki isha yifat mar'eh at. Okay, so and it happened when he approached to come to Egypt.
Enter Mitzrayim.
Enter Mitzrayim. Okay. He said to Sarai, his wife, behold, your Isha, let's see. I know, or I knew, what is it, Yadati, that you are beautiful appearance. Okay.
Okay. Rashi is bothered by the fact this phrase, Hine no yodati. Behold, now I have known.
Oh,
Now that's a grammatically incorrect phrase. Behold, now I have known.
Right.
Now I know, meaning from now
Yeah, in
on,
the current, yeah, in the
that
present.
Yodati is a contradiction to the term Hine no.
Okay.
Okay?
It says Midrash Agada, so it's a Agadata. Okay. Ad Akshav, until now, Lo Hikirba, he didn't notice her. Wow.
No, he wasn't aware of her physical beauty.
Oh, okay. Mitok tzniut she bishnehem, because of the modesty between them. V'akshav Yakir ba, and now um, he Yakir
Alidei Maisa,
Ayidei Maisa.
through an incident,
Okay, he saw her.
or he
Yakir was
recognized her beauty.
acquainted with her, I guess. Or, okay, recognized. Okay, and then it says Davar Acher, so another version in Hakaolam, this in the way of the world. She'al Yidei Torach Haderek, um, by the way of Tircha, the
Tribulations,
relations of the world. Okay.
strain, through the strain of traveling.
Oh, the strain of traveling. Okay, right. The word derech. Okay, Adam mit bazeh. A person becomes what, disheveled?
Right.
Okay. Vizot, but this one, Amda biafya, stayed or stood beautiful.
Maintained her beauty.
Didn't change. Okay. Let's see. Upashuto shel mikra. Okay, so the simple meaning of the verse. Hinena higia hasha. Hinena, behold now, the hour approached. Sheyesh lido,
Time, the
the
time had
ride,
come
time had come uh, to be worried.
about your beauty.
Yeah, right, of your beauty. Yadati ze yamim rabim. So I knew for many days.
I know it
Ki,
means I've known for a long time. Yodati ze yomim rabim. I've known for a long time.
oh, for a long time. Okay.
Ki isha ki yefas mareat, that you
Okay.
are beautiful.
Yeah, you were beautiful.
So
Yeah,
Rashi's explaining there's
mhm,
that two separate phrases. Hine no. Behold now, we have to be concerned about something.
mhm.
Yodati ki isha yefas mareat. I'm fully aware, I've known for a long time that you are a beautiful woman. And Memela, that's what Rashi says, continues, Va'achshav, and now,
Oh, the Akshavanu Ba'im. And now we're coming. Ben Anashim Shechorim Umikoarim. Okay. Shechor is between black people.
right, the
Okay.
Egyptians were black
Oh,
because they
okay.
were the descendants of Ham.
Okay. And they're ugly. Wow. Okay. Ahehem
Okay?
Shel Kushim. They're
See,
brothers
Rashi
of,
doesn't hold of the adage, black is beautiful.
I
Okay?
guess not. So Ahehem Shel Kushim. They're brothers of the Kushim. Okay. Uh, Velo Horgelo Bisha Yafa. Okay, and they don't
I'm not used to seeing beautiful women.
Seeing beautiful women. Vidomen, similar to it.
Okay,
No.
now, so that's what Rashi's saying. Okay, so Rashi is explaining. Hine no. Avraham Avinu was telling Sarah, behold, now we have to, as an important issue we have to take care of. What is that? Yodati, I'm fully aware, I have long known that you are a beautiful woman. And as the next postscript says, we're going to come now among the Egyptians who are not used to seeing such a beautiful woman. And they're going to see you. And they're going to say, wow, this is his wife. And this woman is suitable for the king, as we see later. So we better kill him. And this way she'll be able to, with the king will be able to marry her.
Oh, okay.
Now, Rashi says, "V'doimelo," we have a similar idea, similar form of phrase later on in Parag Yutes base. Hine no Adonai.
Okay, so behold, please, my, I guess, masters, please turn.
Right. So Hine no Adonai, yeah, is not really, it's just like a phrase by itself. It's not connected to no. Means, behold now, my masters, you are my masters, and therefore I'm pleading with you, suru no. Turn aside now to my tent or to my house, that I may be able to host you. But the term Hine no Adonai, that the term is connected, Hine no Adonai, behold now, you are my masters. So you see the term Hine no is a separate phrase. That's what Rashi is proving.
Rabbi,
Yeah.
so I'd like to tell you about a question I asked on this pasuk. I sent a message to Eish Torah, and I asked him about this pasuk. I said, "Is the Torah racist?" That was my question, and I got an answer from a Rabbi Yoni Miller, and he says Rashi here is recording a private, intimate question that Abraham had with his wife. He is neither expressing the view of the Torah now. He is necessarily intentionally, nor is he necessarily intentionally degrading other people. Rather, he is talking to his wife and expressing his love for and attraction to her. The method of speech he uses can be construed as racist, but I think that if anyone who has ever experienced intimate talk with a spouse, they can understand that at times seemingly demeaning words about others can be used, and even elaborately, solely for the purpose of contrast and increasing the compliment of the beloved. I do not expect this answer may sit right with everyone, especially in modern sensitivities. However, if one truly studies the entire character and demeanor of Abraham, it surely makes sense. My question is, do you agree with Rabbi Miller?
I'm not sure. I would not necessarily have given this answer, that I would agree. Whether I disagree with him, I don't know. Possibly you could say what he says. I mean, it's not a thing. But what I want to make a point as follows. Our generation, particular, and particularly it's become a trend in recent years, that nothing is wrong. Okay, nothing is inferior, nothing is wrong, everybody's right, everybody's the same, everybody's equal, everybody is nobody's better than anybody else, And extended to that means anybody can do what they want, and that's also justified. This kind of attitude is totally alien to Judaism. If Rashi says, right, that I'll take you back to last week's Parsha. It says that Canaan was cursed. And the Mefarshim explain that in what way was he cursed? Chom and his son Canaan, that they were turned black. Prior to what Chom did, which he acted immorally with his father, he castrated him, or he had sodomite relations with him, or whatever the Mefarshim explain. But he acted despicably towards his father. And as a result of that, he was cursed. And the Mefarshim explain part of the curse was that he turned black. Black is not the natural color of a human being. And if Hashem made a certain group, well, starting off with Cham, turned them black, and their descendants as well black, then that is something which is a pagam. It's not necessarily I meet him a Negro on the street. Okay, he's black, a black man on the street. There's anything, actually, he's done anything wrong. On the other hand, the same reason, somebody who's handicapped, who has no legs, right? Mm-hmm. I gave an example. Maybe I don't remember. It was in the 60s and the 70s. Thalidomide, right? Thalidomide children. The mother took some kind of medicine during pregnancy, and it caused the child to be handicapped, to be born handicapped. Now, the child did anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with him, but he's handicapped. You're not going to find him with me. He's physically disadvantaged for what he is. He hasn't got hands, or his hands are deformed, his feet are deformed. You can't get away from it. That doesn't mean he's done something wrong, but that he has a pagam, he has a handicap, he has something wrong with him. You can't get away from that. So the Torah considers being black as a pagam. Right? That's not the natural color of a human being. And it's indicative of all black people that they are descended from Ham, who was cursed that his descendants should be black. He and his descendants should be black. Now, doesn't mean I have anything against anybody black. I don't have anything against them. But that you can't get away from it that they are black because they are descended from the ancestor Ham, who was cursed that his descendants should be black.
But do you consider them to be inferior?
Correct. It is something inferior. Just like not be able to have legs, not to have hands, proper hands, is inferior. Correct.
Only in the respect that they don't have legs.
Okay.
Inferior in anything.
Exactly. So I'm not holding anything. Let's say, like in South Africa, they had apartheid. Apartheid is absolutely wrong. Because this guy is black, that's why should he treat him inferior? You know, and that he can't stand in the same line as a white man? That's totally wrong.
But you know,
being black is absolutely nothing. It's just that black is as good as white. That's wrong.
But you know, apartheid is based on the Afrikaners' interpretation of this very pasuk you're quoting about Canaan. They considered the blacks to be the descendants of Canaan and therefore inferior, and they by suppressing.
So again, the Torah. What the Torah prescribes about them is that they will be servants. And in that respect, maybe the Afrikaners were to a certain extent right. But to mistreat them the way the Afrikaners did, and to be totally to treat them inhumanly, that is absolutely wrong.
Interesting.
One has to see things through the eyes of the Torah. And the Torah and Torah leaders throughout the generations have guided us and are still guiding us the way to understand things in the proper perspective.
It's interesting you bring that up, because I also asked about that pasuk that you just quoted from Canaan.
Yeah.
And Rabbi Miller quotes from Midrash Bereshis Rabbah 36:7, which is basically the place where it discusses the curse of Canaan. And he says, there it is written that Ham will be ugly and his appearance like charcoal. Firstly, it is a different type of black. It is unusual, and this would make him stand out, and people would realize why he has this color.
Okay, so you're suggesting something else, which I've never heard before, is that the present-day Negroes, right, present-day blacks, are not under the category of the descendants of Ham. This is something which I've never heard before, but it could be. I'm not denying that. But that is avoiding the issue. Okay, I'm saying yes. Don't be afraid to say it. Being black is a pagam. How just the best way of describing, or have a proper word for the word pagam in English. It's a defect is not the right word either. It's
handicap.
It's not a handicap either, because nobody sees the handicap of being black. It's something. Maybe I'm going to use the term, but don't misunderstand me. It's an inferior quality.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that the person who is black per se is inferior, but he has an inferior quality by the fact that he is black. Doesn't mean he's less intelligent. It doesn't mean he's less capable, but the Maisa, he is black.
Right, except that if the actual color was charcoal, not black, then it means that it doesn't apply to them.
Okay, so maybe that's what I said. That this is something new which I've never heard of before. That the present day Negroes are not the blacks which Chum was cursed with. Could be. I have no idea. And also there are various different levels. I mean, even among the Negroes, some are really black and some are, like take a guy like Obama, right? So he wasn't black. I mean, I've seen Negroes who are much blacker than that.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, that's the thing. Anyway, America has a white president for the next 4 years, so it's okay.
Very good. I have to go. Take care. Have a good afternoon.
Let's say that. But Lou, you hear what I'm saying?
No, I don't. I think that it's not, the Torah is not saying that black is a pagam. It's saying.
So I can bring you other rights to that effect. That black is a pagam. From, for instance, it says by the wife of Moshe Rabbeinu, describes as Isha Kushis, as a black woman. And the Mefarshim explained there that either was it's like Lashon Saginor, saying about somebody who's blind, he's got a lot of light. So, in other words, in order to, she was very beautiful, so in order to, not to arouse jealousy or whatever among others, So it describes her as she was a black woman. So you clearly see from there that being black is not a compliment.
Well, we'd have to look into Cushite
Right.
and what
Okay.
that's used, and whether that is actually black or whether it's charcoal.
Yeah, I don't know. This point of being black or charcoal is something new to me. I've never heard of this before. I'm willing to hear it.
I looked
But,
up, and the root of the word is the same as the root of the word for charcoal.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
I got validation of what he's saying. I mean, I'm not questioning him. He's a rabbi, so he knows what he's talking about.
Okay. Fine. Very good.
All right.
Okay, see you tomorrow, Bez Hashem. Okay, good.
Bye-bye.